Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the spelling of the verbs in continuous form. So first we're going to talk about the structure. So you have the positive, the negative, and the question form. In the positive we have the I plus the am, are, or is plus the verb and the ing. In the negative form we have the subject plus am or is or aren't or isn't plus the verb and the ing. And in the question form, we have the am, are, or is, plus the subject, I, you, he, she, it, plus the verb and the ing. So we're going to talk about all these words, all the words, and the how to add the ing for these verbs in continuous form. So there are a lot of types of uh, forms to add ing. But if you learn that rules that I will explain, you can you will understand how to use the ing. Now we are going to talk about the ends of the verbs. So first we have if the verb ends with x, w, or y. So you only have to add the ing, like snow, snowing, mix, mixing, cry, crying, fix, fixing, fly, flying, and next all the verbs that ends with x, w, or y are the same thing, only add the ing. The next rule is with ends with I and e, like lie or die. You have to change with y and add the ing, like lie, lying, and die, dying. In the next rule, we have the ends with one e. It could be like make, making, write, writing, dance, dancing. There are a lot of verbs that ends with e, so you only have to change the e and add the ing. In the next rule, we have the end with cbc word. An example is shop, get, and swim. There are more words, but in this case, you have to duplicate or add another p. For example, in shop we have two p's, in get we have two t's, and in swim we have two m's. And as the last, after that p, t, or m, you have to add the ing, like shopping, getting, swimming. And another rule we have that in the last syllable has no stress, you only have to add the ing. For example, answer, you only have to add the ing and it could be like answering. Or open, it could be like opening. And listen, listening. It's simple, but only if the last syllable has no stress, you only have to add the ing. Finally, we have that if the verb doesn't end with something on the rules or don't have this condition like some letter or the stress of the word, the end with the x, the y, or ends with the e, you only have to add the ing. I think that this topic is simple, but it could be confusing because there are many words, and you have to learn that for this word or for this letter, I have to use the this form of the ing. I don't know. For example, in the w, you only have to add the ing, no? But in the e, you have to change it with y and add the ing. So I think that is the most confusing. But if you learn all the words and all last layers that you have to add ing or change something, it could be more simple and you could understand and learn how to add the ing. So that's it for today, and thank you for your attention. Bye.